Hi, I'm Adolfo. Let's watch Skinamarink. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Adolfo Acosta. Let's watch a movie together. So last time we were on here, I said that my next movie would be Skinamarink, and that is what I decided to go ahead and do. There's a lot that I don't know about this movie. All I know is that it is extremely divisive. Horror fans seem to be on one or two sides of it. Some people call it like a brilliant masterpiece, and other people call it a piece of trash. Now, I don't know where I'm going to stand on it. I do tend to like weirder concept things. However, if something does seem a little too pretentious and a little too like up its own ass, I do call that stuff out as well. So we'll see where this ends up going, because I actually have no idea what it's even about. I know that it's shot in like very, low tech technology. And yeah, I actually have no idea what this is getting into. My understanding is this might be more of an art horror film or an elevated horror film. That can be hit or miss. So one of the things I hear about is that nothing happens in this film. So I don't know how that's going to do for a reaction video and how that's going to work. So I guess we're going to find out together. So if this video ends up being only like 10 minutes long, now you know why, because there was nothing to talk about. All right, so let's quit wasting time and let's get down to it and watch Skinamarink. Okay, so this movie is an hour and 40 minutes. So if it ends up being an hour and 40 minutes of nothing, I'm not going to be happy. Look, I'm all for like an aesthetic choice to make this look old. But I really hope that it's not going to be hurt my eyes. Skinamarink, the only time I've ever heard that is whenever, that song on Barney, Skinamarink you dink, Skinamarink you do. Barney came out when my little sister was like young, right? So she would have been, I don't know, like, it would probably have been like, what, 92, 93? When she was like really young. So that's what I think of whenever I think of Skinamarink. I'm having a hard time understanding the sound here. Kind of wish I had subtitles for this copy that I'm watching. We're really just gonna stay on this shot, huh? Okay, so what is the conceit of this movie? Is this like found footage? And if so, who's doing the filming exactly? Like, what am I looking at here? I can't tell what that is. I mean, is it supposed to be... this is a horror movie, right? Is it supposed to be like scary from like a kid's point of view? Like whenever the house is all dark and creepy and everything looks, ominous? Is that the feel we're going for here? Hey, look, some doors. Is that something on the screen? What is that? Like a fly or something? That's not my screen, right? No, that's something crawling. Alright, kid on the floor. What are we doing here? I mean, yeah, maybe that's what they're going for. Maybe they're going for a creepy, the house or apartment. I'm not sure what this house or apartment, but the house looks creepy at night whenever you're a little kid. Maybe that's what they're going for here. Okay, is that stuff moving by itself, or is that someone bringing it, like taking stuff out of frame? I understand that the cinematography is supposed to look this way, but I honestly can't tell what the hell I'm looking at. Something happened. Someone talked. At least I got subtitles that time. I'll give it this. The sound design in my headphones sounds really neat whenever the kid is counting. Sounds very ethereal, very spirit-like. Again, I don't know if he's a spirit. I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, so there's a baby crying. I gotta be honest, I'm getting student film vibes off of this thing. Okay, it's 10 minutes into this film and officially nothing's happened yet. The TV on or something? Guys, look, I'm sorry if this is going to be a boring reaction video because... Okay. Hearing some Looney Tunes or something and the TV is blaring. Oh, look, something happened. Guys, I apologize ahead of time if this is a boring reaction video because nothing is happening.
So, he's fine. But Kevin fell down the stairs and hit his head.
Who hit his head? Kevin?
Mm-hmm. No, they didn't even need to do stitches.
So I'm assuming this is a dad talking about his son.
Haley says he was sleepwalking.
And he sleepwalks. Okay. So is this from the perspective of a kid who sleepwalks, and we're seeing the creepy house from his perspective? Is that what's going on here? Wow. Toilet flushing sounds. Amazing.
Dad?
That was weird. Okay. Window appeared and disappeared. Strange. Oh, a wall.
Where did they go? Dad?
Is it part of the horror that dad is gone?
Dad?
Okay, now stuff is happening. Doors are disappearing. At least this is something that... Okay, that's something. I do have to question why this couldn't have been shot in a more traditional manner. Why did we have to have this
Dad?
way of shooting it? Because the problem is when you're going to make an experimental film like this, you're going to turn off a lot of people, right? So your experiment better be really good. Alright, so the phones aren't working? Is that what's going on? We get it, the phone doesn't work. We can stop with the annoying tone now. Okay, you sound very flustered. What's going on?
Nothing. I just didn't know I was interrupting your recording and all this.
Okay, I'm not mad.
Am I to take Ellie?
If you don't want to take her, I'll stop recording.
No, I'll take her.
No, it's. Do you need me to? Do you? If she's gonna be a problem, let me know, and I will stop recording.
No, I will take her. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal for me to stop recording. So obviously I edited this out, but I just had a conversation with my wife about what to make for dinner for our two girls, and it was much more riveting than what I'm watching right now.
Can we sleep downstairs tonight?
Like, I'm not understanding the choice of not really seeing the kids, or like only seeing their feet, or seeing from angles where we don't see them at all. Like, I'm not sure what the point of it is. Alright, that hurts my eyes. Do we need to film it like this?
I can't fall asleep with the lights on.
Well, I tell you what, this is going to be an easy reaction video to edit because nothing is happening, so...
I think it's time to get up.
Oh, great. They had frosted... What are those? Frosted wheats or frosted mini wheats or something?
I'm gonna go upstairs to get some stuff.
Alright, so there could be some real scares or some real dread here if we filmed this in a normal narrative way, from the third person, normal shooting style where we see the actual kids and see them waking up in a house where the windows and doors are disappearing, right? That would be much more interesting than what they're doing here. Like this... I mean, we've been in this movie for like 20-some minutes now, and this is not working for me, this whole aesthetic. It's hard to tell what's going on. It just gives me art school vibes, or film school vibes. It just gives me film school vibes. The camera is acting like it's seeing something through someone's eyes, right? Whose eyes are we seeing this from? One of the kids? But then we see both kids like in a farther away shot, right? So it can't be that. Is it a third kid? Is it a ghost? What the hell is this?
Dad?
Okay, so someone took the night light out, right? That's part of the mystery. Okay, so who's turning off the lights? Okay, see, that could be something interesting. Okay, so we know it's not the little boys who turned off the light because we just saw them go into the dark room. So is it an entity that's putting the lights out? Is it another person? Is it the dad? This movie better answer this question. If it gives us some cop-out bullshit ending where you don't know what's been going on the whole time, I'm gonna rage. And look, that kind of ending works sometimes. But to have no payoff in a movie that is already seemingly building to nothing is gonna piss me off if that's what happens. Fun fact, this is somewhere in Dreamland, this cartoon. I've seen this cartoon like a million times. I don't really need to see it again, so I don't know why they're showing it so much. I gotta be honest, I'm kind of considering playing this at like twice the speed, just to get this thing fucking moving. Why is Mom crying? Is Mom there? Because it sounded earlier like the dad was calling the mom, who's somewhere else, and the dad is now gone missing, so why does this kid hear Mom? I mean, is this all supposed to be kind of like a dream?
How come no one's come yet? I don't know. Maybe we should just...
Okay, scary noises, that's something.
What was that?
Is that a chair on the ceiling? Yeah, that's what it looks like, right? Okay, so something supernatural is happening.
We should be quiet.
These kids are unfazed by a chair on the ceiling? So they're saying maybe he went with Mom. So the mom isn't there. So why was he saying, why is the mom crying again? You have to come see this. It's not creepy at all. Okay, the toilet's disappearing. That's what we're doing here.
Where did they go?
So now they have a flashlight. See, this is already unrealistic because anybody with kids knows that you don't ever have working flashlights because your kids are always using them to play with.
Just hurry.
So the way this is shot, where you're just focusing on different parts of the room and stuff, where nothing seems to be happening, this kind of filmmaking only works if eventually something happens in the corners that you like barely notice. But nothing is happening. They're just very still images. This is very little movement in them, and nothing is really coming out of the images. Nothing is happening in the background. What was that? Something fell from this wall? The hell was it? Just looked like a white blob. What is that, a doll? Like a Barbie or something hanging from the ceiling? Well, jump scare is good. It did something. Jesus.
What? I got scared. I couldn't go. Close. Like what?
I'm beginning to regret not watching this film a little elevated. That's some good Lego building. So is this all on the same night? Is that this is happening? Like this isn't going like the next day and they're just stuck inside this house? What the hell is that? Hey, if a ghostly voice tells you to come upstairs in a creepy situation, you probably shouldn't go upstairs. See, now we're getting dissolves, or this is the first time we've seen a dissolve used. So I don't understand this aesthetic. I don't get what they're doing here. This would be a good point to put something scary, like a jump scare here. Let's see if they do it. Oh, is that the dad? I think those are feet and legs, right? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So again, now the camera is from the kid's perspective, but before it wasn't from the kid's perspective. So what is this? What are we doing? Is this a dream or is this real? Okay, another opportunity for something scary to happen here. The dad sitting on the bed not moving isn't bad, but let's do something here. Of course nothing happened.
I can't see anything.
Oh, it's the mom. Okay, dad's gone again. You can't see her, but my dog is just out of frame here. I'm petting her.
Your father.
Your father what?
Kaylee. Close your eyes.
Okay. Okay, so again, the camera's taking her point of view, so she's closing her eyes. But before the camera was not taking her point of view. It was an observer. Now it's it's point of view. Okay, and the mom's gone now. And dad's gone. I'm assuming, yeah. Okay, I mean, is this gonna end up being like something like the kids are ghosts and they're haunting this house, and that's, or is the other way around, like the parents are ghosts or something? I mean, I'm hoping for some sort of supernatural explanation and not some like BS explanation, and I'm really hoping for an explanation. I mean, is this supposed to like be the perspective of like a nightmare? Is this like someone's nightmare, like one of the kids' nightmares, because stuff doesn't make any sense?
There's someone here. Kaylee.
Was that someone's bones breaking? Ew. What the fuck? Okay, you can't do like 30 minutes of doing absolutely nothing and then throwing that in there. That's...
Help me move the couch, okay?
Why do they want to move the couch? Okay, so we're getting a dissolve shot. This doesn't fit with the aesthetic they've been doing. They've been doing just cuts the whole time. And again, we're back to not a point of view. You can't just change point of views like that. I mean, unless the point is to confuse the viewer, or the point is to like make this a surreal nightmare kind of thing. What is it about us not actually seeing any action? So they're pushing the couch to do, I don't know why, but we're not actually seeing them push the couch. What is the point of that? We're just looking at walls and corners. This is frustrating me. What's with the distorted voices? Is Kaylee gone now too?
Kaylee?
Okay, Kaylee is gone. Kaylee has disappeared. So the person who we were following and we saw point of view shots from is now gone. So what are we doing with this movie here? I swear to God, if this movie gives me some sort of ambiguous ending, then I'll lose it. And ambiguous endings are fine when the film earns it. I mean, we're halfway through this thing. Did the VCR just disappear? Kids wake up in a house. The parents seem to be gone. Windows and doors start disappearing. Chairs end up on ceilings. Dolls end up on ceilings. Toilets are disappearing. One of the kids goes missing. The parents pop up, but then they vanish, and then there's sounds of bones breaking. I hope I've got all that. That's all I can really gather from this film. Again, some of this stuff could be scary in filmed in a certain way. And the way they're filming this, the way they're presenting this, I'll give it credit for taking a big swing, but okay. Are those toys on the wall? Okay, so when we saw stuff moving, that wasn't, I think his name is Kevin. That wasn't Kevin moving him. That was whatever this entity or force or whatever is. The hell was that? Did he say go to the basement? Don't go to the basement. It's exactly where you don't want to go. The Kaylee here? It doesn't sound like she's saying Kevin. I just hear... I don't know if it's a sound design or it's on purpose, or it's just, I don't know. Yeah, I'm assuming it's on purpose that I can't understand her without the subtitles. Is that Kaylee's arm? Was that a doll? What is that? The hell? Was that Kaylee without a mouth or eyes? Is that what was going on there? Because you see, now again, we're not doing the POV shot, we're doing like a faraway shot when we just had a POV shot. Again, some of this stuff is kind of scary. I get it. I can definitely understand why this is divisive. I can absolutely understand why this is divisive. Okay, so little boy, Kevin, just saw his sister with no face. And he ran away. Now what? So they put the little boy to sleep? Boy, more cartoons. More public domain cartoons. Oh, hey, it paused. Ooh, spooky vanishing teddy bear. Are they moving by themselves? Or is Kevin dumping them out? I honestly can't tell. I don't know what the point is. Okay, don't listen to that voice. Absolutely do not listen to that voice. That was kind of creepy. I'll give it some credit. Don't play with them, Kevin. Did the kitchen drawer just open? That's the kitchen, right? I can't see. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought I saw a drawer open. I honestly can't tell if this is the kitchen or the bathroom or the living room. Oh yeah, this isn't annoying at all. I mean, if I was this kid and I was in a house where all of my family disappeared and my sister had no face, I would probably have the lights on. Oh, look. There he is. What the hell? What is that? Oh, you definitely don't do that. Wait, did he do it? He's crying. Did he do it? All right, that's unnerving. I'll give it credit. That's unnerving. Did he put the knife in his eye? That's why he's crying. Oh, there's blood. Okay, I'm assuming he did then. I have no idea where this movie's going, guys. I tell you what, I am a wuss now, and I can't deal with children suffering in movies. Ever since I became a dad, I just can't deal with kids suffering in movies anymore. It's hurting my eyes. My mind is wandering because nothing's happening right now. You know, this could have just been a short film. They could cut all the stuff to them, all the slow parts out, all the parts where nothing happens. Made this like a 20-minute short film. Oh, it's a sister? Wait, it's a sister, right? What's she doing? Oh, he's dialing 911 now.
I hurt myself and I feel sick.
He's hurt. He feels sick. Well, why can't we hear this part of the conversation? We're not hearing either side of the conversation. We're just seeing subtitles.
I'm downstairs, but the doors is gone.
Do you say the doors are gone? Oh, yeah, the doors are gone. What are we doing? Those things have always been creepy. Those phones, I've never liked them. You might be able to hear my dog in the background, so I apologize for that one. Okay, so here's the kid again. We're actually see. Oh, you can see his face for a change.
How did you do that?
How did he do what? How did he do what? What did he do? So whatever entity this is not their parents. It's pretending to be their parents. Again, a creepy idea, just stuck inside an overly long movie. Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. Okay, little boy's scared now. Again, this actually does kind of touch a nerve, just because I don't like hearing or seeing children in peril anymore. It just bothers me. I can't tell what he said. Is he upside down? Yeah, okay, he's upside down. How is his eye, though? Did he cut his eye? Be a decent scare. Be something, please. You know, you can give us creepy noises, but if I can't see what I don't know what's going on. I don't know what he's hearing or seeing. So I don't really know what to be afraid of here. I don't even know what the possibilities of being of this are. I'm back with upside down stuff and all the toys. Okay. 572 days what? Okay, the stuff is disappearing, or is it? Oh no, it's just pulling back further. So what am I looking at now? This is like a hallway, like a void or something. Is that the mom or is that Kaylee? I can't tell. It's a female figure. I can't. Wait, is she disappearing? What is this movie? To hear a little boy crying. I'm sorry. I hear Kevin crying. Is this actually upside down, or is like the room upside down? Is like everything on the ceiling, or is it the camera just tilted? Like how? What is this? I mean, I don't know. Who cares? The hell is this? Is that a dollhouse? What is that? At this point, I don't know what's going on anymore. Like, I don't know where the kid is. I don't know what that long hallway thing was. Maybe like we were in a void or something. I don't know what that little tiny house was. The movie's wrapping up now, and I'm having a very strong inclination that this movie's not going to explain a goddamn thing. This fucking thing again. That's your jump scare for the movie. The hell is that? It's a baby with no face? I don't know what that is. I can't tell. Is that another kid with no face? Oh, bad Photoshop. Ooh, spooky, spooky. What is that? Is that blood? Movie, you're too late in trying to do anything scary right now. You're too late. What is this? What am I looking at? Is that a door? Okay, where is this door? It's like in the middle of nowhere. It's like in a void. I'm just been staring at a blank screen for like 3 minutes. Like, what are we doing? Someone's face? What is that? Another faceless face? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me right now? Okay, let's talk about it. I'm mad about this. That was 100 minutes of my life that I will never get back, of staring at dark corners for minutes at a time. Occasionally something creepy would happen, followed by about another 20 minutes of nothing. Oh, this was bad. This was not just bad, it was stupid. I don't dislike experimental filmmaking. I think one of the best filmmakers of all time is Alejandro Jodorowsky, who, if you know, has got some weird shit. You might want to check out The Holy Mountain or El Topo, and you'll see some weird shit. David Lynch, also a great filmmaker who can be experimental, and he can have kind of a nightmarish quality to his films, which I think is what this movie was going for. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's what it was doing. So yeah, I don't mind movies like this, and I'm going to use David Lynch as an example here again. Mulholland Drive, Eraserhead, Lost Highway, and from what I hear, Inland Empire. I still haven't seen Inland Empire. But Lost Highway, Eraserhead, Mulholland Drive. Those films, if you watch them from point A to point B, narratively, they don't make a lot of sense. Like, you have to kind of rewatch them a lot to kind of get what's going on. They have a nightmarish quality to them. Like, it feels like you're living in it through a nightmare, right? But David Lynch knows how to direct. He knows how to get good performances from actors. He knows how to light a scene. He has good cinematography in his movies. You can at least tell what's happening on screen. And I understand that this visual style was an aesthetic choice. I'm not exactly sure what the point was to film it like that, but it was a choice. I understand it was on purpose. But when you watch Lost Highway, you watch Mulholland Drive, you watch Eraserhead, and there's another movie that just came to mind. It's not a David Lynch movie. It's called Holy Motors. And then there's another movie called Titan, and there's another movie called Tetsuo, the Iron Man. Those are all movies that are experimental. Those are all movies that have a lot of weird stuff happening on screen all the time. And they kind of beg for a rewatch so that when you watch them again, you might get rewarded, right? And I get that those kind of movies aren't for the majority of the public. And I said, I don't mind experimental films. I like a lot of experimental films. And those films, the ones I just mentioned, they do good job, in my opinion, they do a good job of giving you something weird to look at, using the blank canvas of filmmaking to create something different and unique. And this is different and unique, but not in a good way. This really comes off as I made a film school movie and I want to show it to the world. And look, I was a former film student. I made my own films, and if I were to show them to people, it'd probably be pretty cringy. But they were also short films. They didn't go longer than like 8 minutes or something. And, you know, I was learning. No. Just no. So I think at the beginning of the video, I said sometimes experimental films can be great, and sometimes they can be up their own ass. And Skinamarink is up its own ass. I'm going to give it some credit, because there were some moments in the hour and 40 minutes of nothing that were kind of creepy. It'll get a couple of points for that. But overall, this movie was a phenomenal waste of time. All in all, there's probably about 10 minutes worth of a decent short film here. If you cut out all of the endless scenes of just looking at nothing but a wall or a corner for minutes on end, if you cut all that out, you probably have a good 10-minute short horror film. But as it stands, this movie is awful, and I absolutely cannot recommend it. Okay, yeah, I took my headphones off. I'm not going to give it a complete fail just because of the handful of creepy scenes that there were in the film, but I can't recommend this movie at all. So I'm going to give this movie a D. Skinamarink was a big thumbs down. Now let's move on to the future. So I know as I record this, it is November the 2nd, and Halloween obviously is over, But we're going to stick on the horror train for a little while now because I've got a bunch of horror movies lined up that I've been wanting to see for a while. So we're going to just kind of knock those off the list. I know I mentioned in the last video that we might watch Hell House LLC. That's still on the agenda. But what I really want to do is go back and watch something fun. I don't know if Hell House LLC is fun. It could be fun. I want to go back to something that I know I'm going to have a good reaction to. So our next movie is going to be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 so many times, it's basically a comfort film, which makes me weird, I know. But I've never seen 2 or any of the sequels. Actually, that's not true. I have seen the return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre starring a young Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger, and that is something. It is something. But I've never seen any of the other ones. I've heard Texas Chainsaw 2 is actually a very good sequel, and it's a little more campy, a little more fun. Again, I haven't seen it. I'm looking forward to it. And I think I'll like it a lot better than this movie. So until then, if you've never watched Skinamarink, I highly recommend you never ever do. So before I go, the usual deal, subscribe, like, share, all that junk down there. I feel awkward asking every time, but the channel won't grow unless people, like and share and subscribe and all that junk. So please do that. So yeah, I'm done with the show. Always buy physical media.